So after WandaVision, I did want to recommend the Netflix movie, which is an adaptation of a young adult novel that won many awards. In fact, here in Maryland, it's one of our Black Eyed Susan picks, and that's called Moxie. And it's directed and also stars Amy Poehler, but she is not the main character. She is the mom. And unlike her very, I would say, almost annoying mom in Mean Girls, who's like super permissive and just wants to seem cool, she's still very cool in this movie. But it's really about her daughter who witnesses the unfairness of a dress code at her high school and is inspired by her mother's 90s sort of riot girl zine days to protest some of the different forms of sexism that she sees in the film, or sorry, in her high school, by creating an anonymous zine that she starts leaving in the girls' bathroom and around the school. So it's not just the dress code, it's the fact that the boys every year, in the fall, they create a list ranking the girls based on their body parts, based on their kind of absolutely based on their sexual attractiveness. And I think one of the categories is most bangable girl, right? And so she starts seeing, why is it that we just are okay with this? And why is it that we just let this happen without doing anything? And I found it, now she is white, she's straight. It is, however, diverse in terms of her supporting friends. And I actually think there's in some ways really, really compelling characters. So she has a Black Latina, there's a new girl in school who like immediately is like, your school is weird. And why do you guys just let this stuff happen? And then there's a diverse group of, girls who play various sports who don't understand why their winning championship teams get ignored, but the mediocre football team gets all of this attention. So a lot of Title IX issues there, because I'm sure you will continue to see that in the high schools that even our kids are involved in, that the girls' teams can have an amazing season and you'll see mostly parents and best friends. And the big boys sports like football and basketball can have very mediocre seasons.
Right. We see that at University of Maryland. The women's team having just won the title in basketball.
Right, exactly. And so my daughter plays field hockey, and I totally see that. The best year that her high school had ever had, and very little, sort of spectatorship or only getting mentioned in the newspaper because they had to send somebody there. So I really enjoyed it. I definitely think that it's a good one to watch with boys and girls. I will say that the male sort of, he's sort of the antagonist, is played by Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver's son. And he has a hilariously punchable face. So very attractive, as you would imagine their child to be in some ways. But
I picture like a Draco Malfoy character.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Like you look at him and you're like, you're pretty, but I really want to punch you. So they did a good job casting him. I think he's probably in his early 20s. But and just the show was just, it's short, it's sweet, and there is a book, which I think is great because if you decide to see it first, you can then go back and read it and sort of see the differences.
Jennifer Matthew?
Yes, exactly. And she is from Texas. She was a librarian and a teacher and then wrote this book. And, again, a lot of the feminist themes, it's not exact, as most adaptations are not, they can't be, but I think it really captured the spirit of the book. I would say the only misstep is that there's an almost too casual mention of a sexual assault accusation. And I don't think they gave that enough sort of weight in the show, in the movie. But I think that it is still a good movie to watch, particularly with teens of any gender.